Today is May the 22nd, 2025. This is Carmen bringing you your daily Bloodborne Remaster update. We don't have any news on a Bloodborne Remaster today, but I've got a lot to go over in terms of other gaming news, gaming news, so bear with me. This one might be a little bit long. The footage will probably be just random from whatever I can pull, so yeah. Let's go ahead and get started. So, first of all, Bandai Namco US announced today, and I quote, "We are thrilled to announce that Bandai Namco Entertainment Inc. and A24 are teaming up with writer and director Alex Garland to bring From Software Inc.'s world-renowned video game Elden Ring to life as a live-action film." Can't wait to see Jack Black cast as the Tarnished. We're truly excited to bring the world of Elden Ring to fans in a new form outside the game. Stay tuned. The path ahead is only the beginning. This is going to be absolutely dreadful. The whole reason that the Souls-like, genre works as well as it does is because it is a video game. Like, this genre, you can't tell the story or anything like this. You literally cannot adapt the Souls-likes into anything except maybe a book, maybe a huge novel you could do. There's no way. This is going to be absolutely awful, and I cannot wait for it. This is going to be Minecraft movie levels, 100%. So we'll see. Maybe this ends up being dope, but I can't see how this is going to be good. I'll watch it, though. This will be hilarious. So let's see here. We got a few things to go over. So let's just say Night Rain comes out in about a week. Cool. I'll buy it for the channel and stream it. Other than that, there's nothing else to say. We don't have any other news on it, but it's coming up soon. So let's see here. Summer Jeff Fest is coming up soon. Nate the Hate, I believe his name is, has said that he's heard there's some big stuff coming for Japanese games, specifically from Square Enix. So I'm excited for this. This could be Nier. This could be Dragon Quest 12. This could be FF9. This could be Kingdom Hearts 4. I think that the most likely ones are FF9, Kingdom Hearts 4, or Nier. I think we could see multiple Square Enix announcements in a week, because I think we will probably get one with Jeff, and I think we'll get one at the Xbox show. I think we won't see Dragon Quest 12 again until either a Game Awards or a Nintendo show of some kind. Nintendo's going to show Dragon Quest, nobody else is. I think that Jeff might have Nier, or maybe he'll have Kingdom Hearts, and the Xbox will have the other. I think either Jeff will have Nier or Kingdom Hearts, and Xbox might have the other. We'll see. I think either Jeff or Phil Spencer. I think both of them have a trailer from Square, though. He says it's going to be a big week for Japanese games, like from Square Enix. So we'll see. FF7 Remake Part 3 has to get shown at some point as well, because we know, thanks to Ever Crisis, that it is going to get more news before September. So it's going to get shown at some point, and we'll see. There could be multiple big Square Enix announcements coming up. Capcom's probably going to do their own show afterwards. They always do. As for a Sony show, Jeff Grubb said that Sony is planning a State of Play sometime in June. Well, he said in events, he doesn't know if it is a State of Play or a showcase, but he's leaning towards a State of Play sometime in June. Cool. They'll have something here, I'm sure. They'll probably show whatever the God of War side project is. Maybe they'll have a Square Enix trailer. Square's got a lot to show. They do. Some of the stuff may be a little bit far out, but they've got a lot in development. They got a lot in the pipeline, so we'll see. I'm excited for that. I'm a big Square Enix fan, so we'll see. And the last thing I want to touch on here is something that is definitely... people aren't going to like this, because I touched on this kind of about a year and a half, about a year and a half ago. And people didn't like it then. People aren't going to like it now. But I'm just going to bring it up again. So, video games being $80. Now, it's worth mentioning that the Borderlands guy is what I'm talking about here. The, director or whatever said, if you're a real fan, you'll make it happen. It's not my call to make it so expensive, but if you're a real fan, you'll make it happen. Obviously, this is a very dickish thing to say. However, I feel like I need to preface this by saying, I'm not going to play Borderlands. It's not my thing. And I'm also not someone who ever has a lot of money to work with. I got, I work a lot. And it's a decent paying job, but I have bills, and I know that I have bills before my gaming stuff. What I'm getting at here is I have common sense to know that my bills must come before my gaming. And this is to say that I also have common sense to know that inflation is a thing. Games stayed the same price for years and years and years. They stayed $60 for years throughout years of inflation, right? And now we are seeing a big jump up to $80. If we're being honest, this jump probably should have happened a long time ago. I'm not saying I want to pay $80 for games. I'm saying that I'm not upset or angry that it's happened, because literally everything else is going up. Why wouldn't video games go up? Obviously, I don't want this to happen, but it's just part of the process. It's just gonna happen. Now, I think that everyone's screeching at the top of their lungs that we protest this, we don't want this. I think you're just kind of BSing yourself. First of all, I'll say gaming has never been a poor man's hobby. Gaming has never been a poor man's hobby. Let's be honest for a second. Again, I'm not someone who has a lot of money. I want to play Doom: The Dark Ages right now. I'm going to buy it on a sale probably. I got a lot I want to play this year. I'm going to wait for sales on most of it because I know my normal bills come first. And what I'm getting at here is that if you're already struggling to make ends meet, you should not even think about focusing your optional gaming hobby. You should not think about focusing this. I'm not saying that you shouldn't try and have fun. What I'm saying is that you have bigger problems already. This is just, as I'm getting older, I'm not too old, I'm 23, but as I'm getting older, I can definitely see, the value of the dollar and where I need to put it. And, it's not always with video games, unless gaming is your career and you make a living off of it, then this shouldn't be that big of a deal because everything else has gone up. It was obvious it was going to happen. There's no sense in getting upset about it. If you had a brain, you saw it coming, there's no point in getting mad at it, okay? I just want to mention that because people are really upset at this, and obviously it was a very dickish thing for that guy to say that, if you're a real fan, you'll make it happen. He is right, but you still shouldn't say it. There's a difference between saying something that's right that people won't like and saying it in another way that people might take a little bit better. If you really want it, you'll make it happen. But, again, if you're already struggling, you probably shouldn't be focusing this anyway, all right? All this is to say, I think it's stupid to get very angry at this. I wish it didn't happen. I wish it was still $60. I wish the consoles were cheaper. I wish everything was cheaper and everything was more affordable. But I also have common sense, and I know that it just doesn't work that way. Inflation is a thing. Everything's going up. There's no point in expecting games to always stay stagnant when everything else is not. My voice is very shaky. I don't know why. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I just wanted to go over that because I feel like people need to kind of hear that, If you're already struggling in other ways, you probably shouldn't really worry too much about your hobby right now anyway, Wait till you got more money and then get stuff. Like I said, I want to play Doom: The Dark Ages. I get it when I can. I probably won't have Night Rain on day one. I get it even though that's only $50. I'll get it when I can, right? I got to play, I want to play Ninja Gaiden. I want to get into that series. I get to it when I can. I got Liza P coming up. I get to it when I can. I got Crimson Desert this year. I'll probably get to it when I can. Lost Soul Aside. I get to it when I can. When it is available to me. I'm just saying, I got common sense, and I wish more people had that. Also, one extra thing, the Expedition 33 fan base is the most insufferable group of people on the internet right now, and they are just straight up being racist towards Japanese people because Famitsu did not give the game a 10 out of 10. Absolutely ridiculous. I knew this would happen. The second I saw how people started reacting to it, I knew this exact situation would happen where they would be the most insufferable people on the internet. This is going to be the Last of Us fan base of the RPGs. That's what this is going to be. We had the Last of Us fan base for the for the story focused games. Expedition 33 is going to be that, but for RPGs. Anyways, I'm out of here. No news on a Bloodborne Remaster today. That's been your daily Bloodborne Remaster update for May the 22nd, 2025.